everyone, it's Rachel back again with another video. This time finally finishing my 2020 countdown of my favorite albums with my #1 album, which I didn't feel as much of a rush with this video because this has been no secret since before the album came out. Pretty much I knew this would be my album of the year based off the singles, based off of my love for the band, just knowing that they would put something out like this, which it's Animate, Greyview. That is my album of the year. That is my absolute favorite band. I've got one of the vinyl presses up on the shrine back there. The wall flag is up here. It's kind of out of the shot. One of the pieces of merch is that hat back there as well. They are releasing, if you don't know, they are releasing a piece of merch for each song on Greyview, so 13 pieces of collectible merch, and then if you collect them all, and it's in phases too, so like phase 1, phase 2, that type of thing. You buy the phase, it gets shipped out a little bit later, it's like a pre-order. If you collect them all, then there's something that you get at the end, which we're still not sure what it is because phase 2 has ended. We're waiting for phase 3, so pretty exciting stuff, especially because they're my favorite band, so I love to collect their merch. I'm trying to collect all of it. So far I've got both bundles, which is a great marketing idea as well because you can't miss out on something like that. Who knows what that prize will be at the end, so, and it's fun because of merch. So anyway, Greyview, this is my most listened to album of the year. This is my favorite album of the year. If you're looking for something that is exactly my style, Animate, Greyview is the album. I fell in love with it. I remember, and there was so much hype too. It was a very fun release too because I've been an Animate fan for a while. They went through a vocalist switch. Ben was their vocalist. He left the band. Marcus Vick took over, and there was a lot of hype around finding out who the new vocalist was. The singles coming out, the end of not the year we just had, but the one before, and kind of everything being pieced together on Reddit too. If anybody was part of that whole thing where we were finding out Marcus Vick was the singer, because Marcus Vick was also the vocalist of another band, Aviana, and I knew that his uncleans and his clean vocals are awesome too on some of the styles they did. And we get songs like Fireside on Greyview, which I love that song. That's one of my favorites off the album, and it's a little bit of a switch up in style, but it's still an amazing song. But then you still have like that, so I feel like, especially with fans in this genre, like when a vocalist switch like that happens, like everybody was watching, waiting. The album comes out, like just so much hype and stuff. And also he performs amazing with Invent. They just perform. I got to see them. That was the last live show that I went to before everything got officially shut down this year. Trilogy tour with Silent Planet, Currents, and Animate, Grey Haven. It was amazing, but that was the first tour they did or anything with Marcus Vick, and it was before my date was before Greyview officially dropped, but they played some songs off of it, played some old songs. He absolutely killed it with them. Incredibly nice guy as well, and it was just amazing. So much. That was another piece for me, is just like how much I love the music, and also like there was so much excitement around this album for me, so much excitement around the release, the vocalist switch, and hearing the singles as they were coming out and being like, okay, this is still Animate, but also like, wow, this is sick, because Marcus was in Aviana before he was in Invent, and I had listened to their music. You could just tell it was going to be a good fit, but when the single dropped and they made the official announcement and stuff, it was just like, whoa, like this really, really fits. So there was a lot of lead up to this album, and so there was definitely a chance of it being disappointing, but it just wasn't for me. You have songs like the opener, Dark, which also seeing live made it a next level song for me. So much fun to see live. It's the song they actually opened the show with, and just like the drum hits in the beginning and stuff. There were all the hype that you could imagine. And then you've also got songs like Reflection Room that have some fun, like there's some female vocals on there that switch it up a little bit, but you still get that something with Invent that I'm sure everybody has heard when it comes to Invent Animate, is like the ambience type thing, the ambient, the riffs, stuff like that. That is all still there, but we're still getting something new. We're getting a new vocals, and I love Ben in that band. As Everchanger is my favorite album of all time, so for me it was it's a nice addition. It's a new sound from my favorite band, but also still the things I love. And Nova, the closer, my favorite closer on any album this year. Obviously it's a fantastic song, but also it just makes it nice that on my #1, it's also like my favorite opener, my favorite closer. It's a very well put together album. It's another one that's like concise when it comes to the planning of where the songs are. And also this one is definitely, Heaven Alone is one of the only like interlude type tracks that I don't skip very often. Sometimes I'll skip it if I'm not in the mood for something like just instrumental with no vocals, but I listened to Heaven Alone quite a bit last year. So for me, all of this album has been played front to back. I know it like very well. They're just those albums that you know every single breath of, you know every little noise from every, you know, I know every in and out of this album, and I can say it's truly a fantastic album for someone of my taste. I know that everything music related like this is subjective, but for me this was the album that just blew me away this year. I did not get tired of listening to it. If you follow me on Instagram and see my weekly charts or anything like that, this has been at the top of them consecutively, and I'm sure that it will continue to be that way because Everchanger is I've already said it, but my favorite album ever, and for me that still is something that's on heavy rotation. I don't think it's going to be any different with Greyview because it's still up there for me. That is that level that they performed on with this album, and I cannot wait for touring to come back because I got like a little bit of these albums live and how fantastic the energy was, super high, but I need an Invent headliner really badly. It would be awesome to see Blue Shift and Invent tour together. That would be something that I absolutely would need to see. So anyway, something like that would be awesome. This is my most listened to. This has my favorite opener, favorite closer. This is just, there are no words for how amazing I think this album is. It is top line work, and I can't really say anything better about it. It's just, there are no skipping on these songs for me. I love them so. And you get a Garrett Russell feature. That was a great feature, especially another hype thing for me because the Trilogy tour, it was like, I thought they were gonna play it really though when I saw the track list. That didn't happen, but now that they've toured together, we know they had fun on that tour, it seemed like, from social media posts and stuff like that. So maybe we'll get another tour where we get both Silent Planet and we get Invent, and then Garrett will come out for that song or something like that, because that would be a really awesome song to see live. I would honestly love to see just like a Greyview headliner where they play it in full because it rips. So anyway, this is my favorite album. Let me know what you thought in the comments. What was your favorite album of the year? If you haven't let me know yet on these videos that I've been posting, I cannot wait to find out. So if anybody's watching this still right now, the prediction for album of the year 2021 for me is going to be Spirit Box. I think the Spirit Box will have my album of the year 2021. So anyway, if you are enjoying the style of music, bands, and content that I post here on my YouTube channel, the music that I talk about, promote, whatever the case may be, I post more music-related content on my Instagram. My handle there is Rachel Reacts, so it's just like my YouTube channel, but I will put it up here on the screen for you if you have any interest in following me, as well as I'll put the link in the description. I believe it's on my just YouTube channel page. So all of that being said, I very much appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed and had a great 2020. I can't wait to do some more 2021 reactions and find out what my favorites of next year will be. I'm going to try to do a few more videos based off of my 2020. I know 2020 is over now, but the single of the year video that I was talking about, favorite songs, that type of thing. So let me know about that, and thank you very much for watching. As always, I appreciate it.